Good afternoon, doctors. Today we are going to see brief discussions on how to fill car and how to write the improvement plan and how to close the loop. Just a small discussion, maybe for 30 minutes. We have 3 sessions altogether. First session is regarding how to fill car course assessment report. Some of the faculty members already they know it, who are already experienced. And for the new people, I'm explaining the procedure how to fill the car. CAR means course assessment report. This is a base for our course portfolio. Even NCEE report also we are generating or using the scores from this report only. So this is a basis for your report. Let me tell you how to fill this CAR report. I'm opening. Okay, this is the first procedure which you are trying to do now. Any subject, you try to take, you declare the results and what are the grades and everything. You take out the final exam paper and like you have questions for every user ID, maybe name along with that. And these are the question numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. You have the question numbers in the final exam and you allot them course learning outcome to your each question. Question 1, I'm allotting to CLO 1, question 2 for CLO 1, then question 3 for CLO 2, like that. You allocate based on your course learning outcomes. Based on the purpose, you have to allocate the course learning outcomes. Same thing you do it for the midterm also. For every question, you allot it to some course learning outcome. And then finally, you sum up all of them here. Overall CLO1, how much score in the final? CLO2, how much score in the final for each student? Like that, you try to make it and make it ready for final and midterm exam. Same thing, if you look at the overall score now, quiz 1, you allocate to some CLO, maybe like CLO1, quiz 2, CLO2, assignment 1, CLO3, like that. You assign it to each of the midterm, each question we are allocating. Then exercise directly you can do it, certificate directly you can do it. Then you allocate the course learning outcome for each of the assessment method. You are trying to do it now. Then for all of them, you try to finalize CLO 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From the final, from the mid, again you can create one more Excel sheet. These are your final CLO sheet. You can prepare yourself, which is a combination of all of them. CLO sheet. Usually I will maintain like this. Here it includes midterm, quiz 1, quiz 2, assignment 1, assignment 2. All you include from here. So let us say up to this. Midterm is having more than one CLO. So you have midterm 1, CLO 1, midterm 2, midterm 1, CLO 2, like that. You fill it up. This all sheet you have to fill up. Finally, you have to get the scores of CLO 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You call them as grouped assessments together, all of them. If you want to do individually, because in the CAR file, now I'm coming to the CAR file now. Usually you fill the result statistics and you take the approval from your head of the department as usual. So this is the instructor name, this is the head of the department name, your concerned department. You are filling up, anyway, taking the signature. Once the result statistics is completed, how you fill up result statistics? You enter the present number of students, absent students, how many pass, how many fail. Once you fill up, these regular students will come from the present. You can enter in the withdrawn, they are not counted under the normal rows. That will be excluded in the number of enrollments. You don't consider them. Only regular students will be considered here for evaluation, because otherwise your results will not be properly calculated. Once the result statistics completed, then go for the indirect survey. This is the next step. Here you fill up the course learning outcome and fill up how many students are strongly agree, how many are agree, how many are neutral, like that you are trying to do now. How do I get this score now? Long back, maybe 15 to 20 days back, I shared an indirect survey format to be shared with the students. Then from where do we get the results now? For example, you go here, you go to the full grade center. Okay, here I need to close all of them. Then again, I need to restart for the LMS. Okay, let me show you now here. I'm logging into my LMS. CS314, that what is the example we are trying to look at now. So that only I'm showing you. CS314, go to the grade center, full grade center. So here there is an option. This is a survey status, which is shown now. What you do is go here, attempt statistics. You click on this. Then you will get the statistics for each student, 18 students completed. Then question 1. This is my course learning outcome 1 now. So strongly agree. 50% of the students say strongly agree. 50% of how many students? 18. So for the course learning outcome, strongly agree, 50% of the students are met. So this percentage multiplied by number of students. Suppose sometimes, all the students are not filling up. You can approximate them. Okay. 20 people filled up. No problem. 25 students, 25 into this percentage. It will give you approximate idea. So this percentages will give you the overall ratio. You multiply this with your number of students. Let us say for first outcome, strongly agree students are 9 out of 18. Then the second one, if you look at here, 39% approximately, 39 into 18, you calculate them. So approximately you try to take it, not exactly. I'm trying to take here how many students filled up. Maybe like 7. 16 are completed, maybe neutral, maybe 2. Like that, okay, from the percentages. Like that for every outcome from the survey, this is a question 1 completed, learning outcome. This is learning outcome 2. Again, strongly agree 45%, 34%, 22% you have. Again, you fill them up in the course learning outcome sheet. Remember, the number counting of these students match should this number of enrollments here. This should match. Otherwise, you have to approximate. I told you just now, 15 out of 18 students filled up. Percentage is available. Multiply with your number of students. So finally, this count and this count should match. 9 plus 7, 16 plus 2, 18. Okay. For every outcome, it should match. Here also 18, here also 18, 18, 18, and so on. Totally it has to match. Otherwise, your car scores will be wrong. Final scores. This is part 1 completed, result statistics. Indirect survey result 2, part 2 completed. Now we are coming to the car part now. This we need to fill up your subject name and everything you are filling up. It is taking from here automatically. You need not fill up. If you fill the result statistics, it will come here. Which program you want? Computer science program, subject, IS course, IT course, any mathematics courses you can take, basic science and humanities, like that. Like math, English, stat, you take this department, basic science and humanities. You don't have a department, but we are grouping them like that category. So my subject is coming under computer science program, so I'm taking CS314. So what is the next thing you have to do it now? Come here, come down. Here, fill the course format. How many credits you have for your subject? Total credits 3, 301, 3 theory, 0 labs, 1 tutorial. You are filling them. This number of students 18 coming from result statistics automatically. You are not doing all the white portions. You are not supposed to edit. You cannot edit them. Only green things you can edit them. Here you fill your syllabus, copy and paste your syllabuses, and planned hours. How many hours you are supposed to take? How many hours actually you have took now? We are understanding 15 weeks, 4 hours per week, 60 hours we are expecting, including tutorials or lab, whatever. Suppose data structures is available, 5 hours per week, 15 weeks means 15, 5, 75. So that should be matched here. So you match them. If you enter all of the courses here, for example, I'm taking 4 and 4, you see automatically the title is expected. If you have a 4 hours per week, it should be 60 into 15 weeks. It is 5 hours, it should be 75. Like that you fill up this one. So it should match here. Topics, if any, not covered, usually everybody is covering the entire syllabus, which is not a problem. If you want to fill up, something is not covered, you can fill up. Now from the result statistics, you are getting this graph. Grade distributions. Usually, bell curve is expected. If the samples are very good, usually you see C students are more when compared to the A and B. This is a standard curve which is expected now. Maybe C plus or C will be more when compared to the higher grades. If the samples are less, maybe you are not getting this type of curve. It's fine. So this is a grade distribution curve automatically generated. You are not doing anything. So this should be copied and pasted in the NCAA report when you are preparing them. I will take a session on NCAA report filling separately. Then CLO1, when you paste here in the indirect survey, these are automatic. For example, I am writing here, use standard methods. I'm taking just a sample. So you see here now, you see it is already copied here. So just to fill up once in the indirect, automatically they are pasted here. Now here in the SOs, choose which SO you are covering from your course. So already we have circulated a coverage of SOs in every subject to you. So try to follow them as per the given SO mapping, because that is suggested mapping. Otherwise, some courses are mapped with only 1, 2 only. They are not covering anything at all. So only we are mapping only 1, 2 in the entire course, entire program. That is not advisable. So we have discussed in the quality committee and we have distributed the outcomes based on that subject. So try to follow them. So from the map, you have to strictly follow them, those mappings. SO1, SO2, SO3 and so on. Coming to SO6, you see now, here there is a list box. If it is a IT, choose, this is a new one now. Use systematic approaches to select, develop and apply is a new ABET SO6, which was modified by the ABET now in the previous year, but we are implementing from this year. So from IT people, if you are using SO6, choose this. Okay, this is a list box. Don't take it as it is and take a computer science and do it now. Even though it is SO6, choose your department, IT. Okay, so you choose a SO6. Usually for mathematics and basic sciences courses, we are suggesting SO1, SO7 and SO8. For English courses, they are taking SO3 now, communicate effectively. That's fine. For math, stats and physics courses, we are suggesting you to take SO1, SO7 and SO8. The reason is SO7, SO8 previously we took now, maybe 2 years back. But ABET suggested us that those who are adding extra outcomes, SO7 and SO8, we don't consider in the ABET evaluation. So SO1 is mandatory for mathematical courses. Don't skip them. That is what is expected. Okay.
The male or female.
Then once it is completed, like selection of these things, you do it based on your subject. Then CLO1, how many you copy them, there it is automatically displayed. For example, if I come here, I'm keeping some X. Whatever you type here, those only will be displayed. And A. So I typed 5 outcomes, so 5 outcomes are displayed. Now make the mapping now. Which course learning outcome you are mapping to which SO, like this. S or empty. You map them. Same CLO can be mapped to multiple outcomes, no problem. We'll make the average of that. Okay. So this is mapping is completed now. You get the scores from indirect and you get the weighted average score also you are getting automatically. You are not doing anything. The graphs will be generated because I did not fill up completely. So these are like this now. Okay. Now, once you fill up, come back to section 1 now. This is your section where you need to fill up your data. We have given 12 sections now for taking care of your first year. Level 1, there are many sections for each subject. So we have given up to 12 sections we have given. I think every section has 60 students. So this is more than enough for all the different sections which are available. So you go to section and you copy here section number, assessment tool which you are using here now. Maybe assignment 1, assignment 2, assignment 3, whatever you want to take, you can take it. Or grouped assessments you can take. Grouped assessment means I generate the CLO1, CLO2, CLO3, CL4 directly. I generate using my sheet, Excel sheet I've shown you previously like this. All I combined. I generate only one score, CLO1, CLO2, CLO3 and so on. Once I generate for combining all of them like this. These are called grouped. Easy. You copy the IDs from here, copy the scores from 5 outcomes and paste it here. You come back here. So let us say this assessment tool I am checking grouped. Individually also you can take, or you can take. I prefer to take grouped one now. Which outcome? Learning outcome, CLO1, group assessment, including all the assessment strategies, methods, CLO2, CLO3. Okay, like that. You take all of them. How many maximum marks you are allotting for each CLO? You are getting from the group. Group assessment, 30 marks, 40 marks, 50 marks. And one more thing, you may assess for any marks. We are automatically normalizing to 100 marks. So need not worry. Do you need to map to exactly 100 marks or less than 100? No problem. 70, 80, 90, no problem. You can map as many marks as you can. Anyway, we are normalizing to 100 marks. Even if you map it to 80 marks, including everything, including the final, no problem. Some of them you can skip them, assessments. No issue. We normalize them out of 100 marks. So take, let us say maximum marks, I am taking 30 here. I am taking 40 now. So 70 completed, 10 for CLO3, maybe for something, maybe some 10 for CLO4, like that. You 4 again, some 10, 5, and CLO5, maybe 5. I only mapped 90 marks now, and not 100 marks. You can map 100 also, but not more than 100. Okay, it should be everything, all assessments should be included together, including 100. Copy the student ID and names from your Excel sheet. Copy the group assessment scores, paste. That's all. Your job is done. Okay, your results will be ready here. Once you paste them, the scores, your results are ready. Now come down from which score I need to take it now to fill up finally. This is the CLO average score. We are focusing on the pass score of every CLO. CLO we are not filling up. This score is important. CLO using passing level, 60%. How many of the students are passing in my course learning outcome? How many of the students, how much percentage they are passing? All the students passing 100%. 60 marks they are passing out of a CLO. Okay, how many? So indirect and direct. If any CLO are not crossing 70%, that is you are having PE, that is progressing towards expectation 60 to 70, or less than 60, that is not DNME, do not meet expectations, you need to write the reason. Okay, that is what is expected here now. Okay, so this score, we are not filling CLO. This CLO score we are filling up in the NCAA reports. These scores are required. 4.4.2 are required in NCAA report preparation. Again, I will tell you later, maybe 15 minute session. You see here now, exceeding expectation, exceeding. When exceeding expectation, you need not write any reason. If you write, that's fine. Still, you can suggest some improvement if you want. But DNME, you should write a method. Especially we are focusing on direct assessment. Okay, that's what you are trying to look at now. Indirect, direct. When using percentage passing level, this is what is important to us. Average, we are not interested. We are interested in pass levels. Okay. You see here now, SO score from CLO score using pass level. Whatever I mapped here now, they are visible here. Choose them. SO6 and SO7. Now your scores are ready. Your graphs are ready. Because based on these scores, something is not available like not meeting expectation and so on. Then you need to file your reasons. Here you see CLO not meeting expectations and so on. Here also you will get DNME here. You try to get it now. You fill them up. Reasons, learning barriers. Okay. You fill up. Why your students have not achieved the CLO or SO. You can mention them reasons. Some maybe students are not regular to the classes and so on. Then what is the improvement you suggest? Planned improvement. Okay. Then after writing this, third part, progress on actions proposed for improving the course in previous course report. What was recommended in the previous course report? Go to the previous semester, because Dr. Abubakar is always sharing the all course portfolio link only to make this possible to fill up this paragraph section. What was recommended in the previous course portfolio? For example, spring 2024 you have now. Go to the fall. Check it now. What is the action recommended? What is the action taken? Then what is the result? If you implement them, did you see any improvement in the present semester now? You write them. Many students have passed, maybe 60% of the students passed. Now the pass score is increased. Like that you can mention there. Okay. Then I will show you a sample of this planned improvement. Now this is our session 2 now. Closing the loops means this is the last paragraph you have to fill up in every course report. Some course reports we have seen, even though they are DNME, they are not filling up. So it is very, very important issue when the ABET committee comes. Please fill it up. If DNME or PE is there, you are supposed to fill up compulsorily the learning barriers, planned improvement. And closing loop means section 7 you have to fill up from the ABET. Let us see a sample of planned improvement now. You see here. Provide summary of description of any actions that were taken as a result of the previous course evaluation or action plan described in the course report to improve the course and comment on the results achieved in the current semester now. Look at the previous report, what they recommended, have you implemented in the current semester? Even though you have not implemented, say implemented, because that's what's the closing the loop now. Let us say they recommended improve the number of exercises. You say this time number of exercises improved now this semester. What is the result? More number of students are passed more than in the previous semester. Like that you can write the result. So what is the sample web? Avoid judgmental or negative phrases like students are very weak. Students are very weak in mathematics. Try to avoid them. Okay. So these are the sample action verbs which can be used now. What are the recommendation you try to write? Apply. Okay. Apply some good methods or construct, create. These are the verbs already I shared with you. You can use them in the action recommendations when you are writing for the next semester planned improvement. Not recommended, for example, poor knowledge in mathematics, not recommended. Weak in spoken English, you should not write like that based on the students, So learning barriers means in general you can write. You don't say some students are very weak, not like that. Recommended sentence for planned actions, planned improvement. What do you write? Provide extra quizzes based on the calculations of fundamental mathematics. Demonstrate more examples and lab exercise will be given in class and lab. So these are the suggested type of sentences which are recommended. You can use them based on your choice. So some 12 samples I have given. So you can use them if you want. So this is a sample of filling up your 7th section. Previous course report action recommended. Provide extra quizzes based on calculations of fundamental mathematics. So what is the action you have taken in this semester? For all lectures, surprise quizzes were conducted. That is the action you have taken in this semester. Then students became more regular and hardworking to study the subject. That is the result I have written. Okay, this is how you need to write it down. Maybe you can say quantitatively for out of 60 students now, 55 students passed in the course because of this action. Quantitatively, if you mention, that's more than better. The noticeable improvement in SOC and SOI when I implemented this method. Explain more exercises to overcome the programming skills problem. Provided more exercises. Okay. So that is what you are trying to look at now. So this is how do you fill up your paragraph section 7. These are the samples are given. Just please go through them. Just it's a guidance now. You can fill up as per your requirement. But just we are giving a sample. How we are trying to use it. That we are trying to give now. That's what you are trying to look at. Yes. Now any questions from the faculty members now? Any questions from the faculty? Any questions, please? Anyway, I'll circulate this video record. I'm recording now. I will see where it is recorded. I will see. I will share you this recording. And whatever the car I have shared now, that's the latest version now. You can use them to prepare your course reports now. Meanwhile, Dr. Abubakar shares your course portfolio, entire all folders. Meanwhile, you can prepare your car report. You be ready with the car report so that quickly you can complete your course portfolio. Any questions, please? Because my session will be closed within 4 minutes. So all the 3 sessions we covered now. Any questions from the faculty, please?
Assalamu alaikum, Doctor.
Yes, doctor.
Doctor, I want to ask about the direct pass and the SO score from CLO score.
Yes, sir. Yes, madam.
Yeah, you said before, I think when we got like a DNME, we should write an recommendation or something, yes?
Yes, madam. Yes, madam. Yes, doctor. So here when you get
Okay.
CLO, direct pass level score is DNME.
Yes.
You need to write why the CLO could not be achieved. You write the reason here. Learning
Okay.
barriers. What is the problem here? You need to write it.
Okay. Thank you, Doctor.
Welcome, doctor. Any other questions, please? Okay, thank you all of you for attending this session. And I'm sharing this recording also with you. Any questions? Further, you can always contact the quality department. We are always there to help you. Thank you, one and all. Thank you for attending this meeting. Thank you.